I'm sorry, Maresca, you can't go about disrespecting a side like Newcastle, especially when you're playing them away. So, welcome to Newcastle 2, Chelsea nil. I've been very complimentary of Maresco in the past few weeks, but this one's on him. This defeat is entirely on him. He needs to learn quick because you're going up to Newcastle, difficult place to go as it is, and you make 11 changes. Show some respect. Had we even had five of our first teamers out there today, we could have got something out of that game, especially in defence. You know, when you're going into a match with disaster and Badia Shield, come on, you know, there's always a disaster. Bad and disaster, I call them. There's always going to be something happening at the back. And Jorgensen, sorry, he makes Sanchez look good, and that's saying something. Saw the team sheet. I was a bit surprised by it because we're not playing Barrow. This is Newcastle. And, you know, it's not these teams that we're playing in the Conference League who probably wouldn't even make it into the Premier League, some of them. We're playing against Newcastle, who are a top team who deserve to be respected. I just looked at the Arsenal team, and even they're playing against away to Preston, and they've got five first teamers in there. Manchester City have got a few first teamers in there as well. Newcastle today, they only made five changes. You could say four changes because obviously there were five changes, but one of the changes was bringing back Anthony Gordon, who was injured for our game on Sunday. So he wasn't weakening the side; he was in fact strengthening the side. So even the changes that they made they were just nominal changes to the side that lost to us on Sunday. So. We started off okay, actually. We had a couple of good chances. João Felix should really have hit the target on one of them. And I think Dewsbury, he's out of his depth. I'm sorry as well. Not good enough for Chelsea. Should have put us in the lead. Good break. He's got to be putting more purchase on that ball. He just passes it back to Pope, who makes a comfortable save. Then Joe Linton should have scored for them. He hit the post when it was easier to score. But then we saw bad issue. Okay, some of his line breaking passes are okay, but he takes too many risks at time. And why was he playing that ball to? He's playing that ball to Vega under pressure. So some people are going to blame Vega. I didn't really blame him. That was a hospital ball to him. He didn't really, and it was pounced on really quickly by the Newcastle player. And Isak doesn't need any chances to score a goal. So, okay, he scores that goal. And then we had a situation 3 minutes after the side just capitulated. And 3 minutes later, we saw another goal. And again, this time it was Disaster, whatever the name is, whose position, body shape was all wrong. The ball was going wide, terrible body shape, own goal, 2-0. Game effectively over. So what Newcastle did in the second half was just say, you know what, we're going to play 2 banks for break us down, and we just couldn't do it. Mudryk, for all this huffing and puffing and pace, his delivery's got to be better. I keep saying that. You know, he wasn't bad. He did some good things, but when it comes to the final third, he was not really doing anything worthy of note. And then we had a big chance, a big situation where, similar situation to where Isak was, 76 minutes, I think it was. João Felix finds himself in a glorious position, and he fluffs his lines. And had we scored then, the crowd would have got nervy, and you never know. We could probably have, carved out a draw or maybe even a win. But that was a big chance not taken, and from then we huffed and puffed, but just couldn't blow the house down, Newcastle. So, you know what, B team, it's on you that you're not going to be playing a lot more games this season because you guys, you blew it. You blew it in this competition. I'm looking at the likes of, I said, Dewsbury Hall before, it was Paul, Disasi. I don't know why. That's why you're looking at Achampong, and he's probably wondering why can't I play ahead of this guy? I'm better than him. You know, I'd be looking at it and say, look, I'm better than him. Why is he getting chances? I'm not. And that's the knock-on effect it has when you're playing players who are not good enough, and not the standard, the Chelsea standard. You might as well play a youngster. Even if he makes a mistake, at least he's learning and growing. You know, Disassi is what, 26 now, and he's showing no signs of improvement. Bradley Shield, feel a bit sorry for him in a way because he needs that rhythm and games, but he's just looked shaky since his injury, and he hasn't got anyone. I think when he had Silva next to him showing him the ropes, he's a lot better, but he just doesn't look confident at all. And to me, he's just, I don't know, he's not. He's not the standard as well of what I'm expecting of a Chelsea player. I said Felix, as decent as he was in the first half, he disappeared in the second half, and that's the thing with him. He just disappears out of games, and it wasn't only that miss, but he was very quiet in that second half, and that's why he's not getting minutes for the first team. And Nkuku, I'm not sure what's wrong with Nkuku at the moment. He just doesn't look himself. His touch was off. He didn't really get into good goal scoring positions. He was like that when we played Panathinaikos the other day as well. He just didn't look right. I'm not sure whether it's his confidence that feels that he should be in the first team. I could see him. Unfortunately, I could see him going either in January or at the end of the season. I just don't think he's happy at the moment. He's just not looking himself. So again, that's a few less games that he's going to play, and again, it's his fault because today he didn't show up when he needed to. So that's the reality. But I'm saying it shouldn't have only been left on the youngster, the B team. We should have had some of the first teamers in there, I think, against Newcastle. And the thing is as well, I think that we really need. Jose Mourinho, when he first came to Chelsea, the first thing he said is, "Look, this side haven't won anything for years. We win something, then it breeds confidence. And if we had given this competition a little bit more respect, we could have." There's some big sides going to be out. At the moment, I'm looking at Tottenham are 2-1 up against Man City. Aston Villa have been knocked out. I know Arsenal are through and Liverpool are through. But this is a competition that beggars can't be choosers. Because listen, we're not going to win the league. We've got a big chance to win the Conference League. So other competitions that we're in, I think we should be trying our hardest to try to win it, because what it is, especially with this young side, what it does, it sort of breeds confidence into the side, and it gives them that winning mentality no matter what the competition is. And obviously Maresca didn't want to win this. You could see, because we had people like Cole Palmer on the bench, and he didn't even turn to him. And it says a lot about Guiu as well. I don't know why we bought this guy. We're chasing a goal and we don't even have the confidence to bring him on. What does that say? I know. So anyway, I'm disappointed about every defeat that we have. And I really hope that Maresca can learn from this game, because, as I said, this will keep players happy. It will give us that winning mentality if we went on to win it, and it just breeds confidence in the side. So what do you guys think? Are you unhappy about the result? Not concerned about it? Stick your comments in the section below, and don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to be notified every time I make a video. So take care. Bye bye.